morning, guys. Good morning. Question sticker, so in the comment box. We'll start shortly. 15, 15. -40, huh? Interesting. Good morning. Starting about a minute and a half. Let everybody populate in. 23. Good morning, guys. Just letting everybody populate in. We'll start in a second. Doing a couple things here. Good morning, YouTube. All right, starting in 20 seconds, guys. All right, good morning, guys. Happy Friday, the 6th of March. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you know the drill. Question sticker, so I'm in the comment box. I'll give you my quick report, and then I'll answer your questions, and I'm going to go trade with my guys today. So, data today, guys, was non-farm payrolls and unemployment. It was a horrible miss. That's why you see the indices dropping hard, and then you had a metal spike. That was terrible. Terrible data. So, at 8:30, you see the S&P 500 has dropped nearly 50 points off of that. So we might get a rise and then the same reaction at open. The bias, we're short bias. We're hunting shorts below 68.25. And our next selling opportunity for primary read short is about 67. All right, that's the S&P 500's product ES. As we get into RTY, the Russell 2000, it fell out at 26,000 bucks. This box has been strong for a while, and now let's change the color of the box, shall we? It is now resistance. Once it's been broken, it is resistance. We are short bias below the box and really below the VWAP. Our next short opportunity in the Russ will be around 25.52. Right about there. So keep an eye on that level, guys. We'll call it live in my trading war room. Short there. NQ falling like a rock right out of the 25,000. And when we traded this yesterday, look at this. It barely, well, I don't know if you can see it, Instagram. Hang on. There you go. Barely broke out of that and then fell back through and really never confirmed it breaking it. So it's still resistance and then fell right out of this. So short at 25,000 would have been sick. That's the one I took on vacation last week and did very well. Next short opportunity. So we are short the key level of 25,000. Next short opportunity is going to be about 24,778. That's the primary read. If it keeps accelerating, we look at what we call a secondary read, where we zoom in, not from the 5 minute down to 1 minute. I teach all this in my trading war room, guys. All right, it's very replicable. You can learn this system. It's not looking for imaginary gaps in clouds and in candles, right? Like some traders do. This is actually mathematic. Gold, let's talk about it. So gold futures, the difference between futures and spot is only about 8 points. So the numbers are almost identical. Guys, you can see if you run my matrix, right? So you want me trading with you, you put my algorithm on your chart. You can see that it called the sell right here. And if you would 120 points with a 20-point stop loss, you got paid. It called it again, 20-point stop loss. 120 points, you got paid again. What would 40 points times leverage do to your account? Hasn't called the next one, but it's going to call it again. It's going to call it right about that level. So once we get the EMA cross down, we already have momentum. You're going to see, it might happen while I'm here, another sell signal. So it takes out the Does the math for you guys. Does the math for you. That's the matrix. You can click link in my bio and add that to your chart. The first week we launched it, traders made $50,000 collectively using that. All right, but anyway, gold, this is a support zone. This was the reaction candle. We're technically short bias. That's why you're getting sell signals. And we need to rise above the green box on the top of the hour. So if you see right now, I'll show you. Right now, the bias is very compressed. Right there where the EMAs runs. So we are technically short bias, but I wouldn't call it short bias until this box breaks. It doesn't look like the box is going to break. You see the buyers beneath. Let me state though, I have an order sitting down here at 5,005 again. I'm just going to quarter. If for something stupid happens and we grab a wick down there, I will be buying 5,005. And you can do that in spot and you can do that in gold futures. You pick your number, you do your own due diligence, but that's where I have an order sitting. So that's what we're looking for. We're technically short bias. However, the guys that trade with me know I don't necessarily like shorts in the green box, especially with that reaction to the data being bad. I anticipate this same upward movement, and we're probably going to close the weekend or the week near this red box. That's my prediction for today. In both products, only 8 points different. Silver, I'm not going to talk about it. 84.50, all-time high anchored VWAP support, 78.75, and then 71. So, yeah, and then XPD, so platinum is right around that 1,600 buy zone for a swing. And then watch platinum at 2,000. The NIMO and NAMO oscillators, guys, check this out. The NAMO, which is the NASDAQ, is, I know that Instagram you can barely see it, but it's at -15, which doesn't mean a lot. But look at the NIMO. The NIMO oscillator is -40. If we have a sell-off today in the markets, so this is NIMO is the New York Stock Exchange McClellan oscillator, and this pushes below 60, we're going to have a bounce back within 2 trading days. So what we like to have happen is we like indices to hit a key level. So let's say we drop to, and I'll make it up, 6,600 in ES. When the oscillator is over 60, that is one hell of a long buy. We buy against the drop. Okay, I teach all this, guys. I teach this in my trading room. And then VIX, guys, is at, I believe it's at 23. Yeah, and it's just going to rise. It's going to rise. It's your fear index, 30-day synthetic of the New York Stock Exchange, or I'm sorry, of the S&P, not the New York Stock Exchange. But if indices drop, VIX is going to go up. So Clippers, what happens to indices? Typically speaking, there's a high correlation between the reaction at 8:30 and the reaction at 9:30. So a lot of times when there's data at 8:30, we'll see kind of a similar reaction, not always, but high correlative value between 9:30 selling off as well. So that's the way we're going to trade it in my war room. All right, let's get into your questions, because I'm going to get into my war room early today. Palantir. Oh, guys, I have oil up. Somebody mentioned oil. Might as well just do it. Remember yesterday when I said that was a buy on a close above that all-time high anchored VWAP? It bought. You could have bought this or waited for the retest and ran it up. And $10. Holy shit! That's an annual salary right there. An annual salary. That's a lot of money, right? So let's get into Palantir. The stock I owned at $6. Isn't that funny? It's at 149. Right now you have intraday short bias. It's going to be affected by the indices dropping because the basket of stocks sit in, but it's a wartime stock. So there's a balance there. It might not fall as hard as other instruments within the exchange because it does benefit from war, right? But right now it is short bias. Yep, sub the VWAP, and I would look. Where is, I have my, looking for the all-time high. There it is. Overhead resistance at 164. Downside support on the break of trend is sitting right there at 146. 164, 146. And then I called this buy zone in Palantir. on my weekend update. Guys, if you go on and follow me on YouTube, every weekend I do 45 minutes to an hour. I talk about all these stocks, so you guys can fast forward. On the bottom, it tells you where each stock is on the timeline, so you don't have to listen to me talk. You can just go find the stock that you want. My administrator does a great job breaking that out, but I called this the buy. This is still the buy zone, so 125. There's Palantir. Get rid of that. Caught the XAU spike. Nice. Got to be careful trading data. If could be red folder news if you're doing funded accounts. All right, Instagram. I'm checking you guys out for questions. If you guys have any other questions or tickers, you can throw them in there. I think gold's going to be bullish today. We are barely bearish, but if it continues to react like it did at 8:30, because the data was horrible, which means dollar down, gold up. Again, dollar down, gold up. So I'm predicting we close today closer to 5,200. But who knows? Could be manipulation in the markets, because that means silver will also rise, and that means the CME gets their nuts crushed. So that means, what's that mean, guys? That means fucking Monday they're going to raise their motherfucking margin requirements again, and they're going to force retailers out of positions. 100% manipulation. And yes, gold is affected by that. I hate those guys. I don't know if can you tell? I don't know. Didn't know if you can tell. All right. Crude oil, I talked about crude oil. It's going to run to 90. It's not going to find resistance till it hits 90 to 100. So you're just going to have to wait for pullbacks, and there may not be any. I just hate chasing at this point. I bought it 3 times at $56 and couldn't stay in a damn trade. So chase, yes, it gives signals on the primary read. The matrix does. So on the matrix, guys, let's look at gold. Because the primary read is the main read. We do 3 reads in there. But once you get my trading war room and you understand how to trade it, you can also do your B setups off the box. The B plus setups off of boxes, and you can do B setups, because this right here, if this whole thing is a Formula One race car, this is the motor. So those are primary reads, like 85% chance of them paying. But you can enter your other reads by making sure this color-coded system is on your side. The momentum. This is a proprietary box here. I had this built, spent a lot of money on it, based on about 6 indicators that I watch, and heavily weighted in volume. So that's why fair value gap people fail. They don't look at I don't know how you don't look at volume. Anyway, so yeah. Hey guys, listen, on the matrix, if you're interested, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my administrator, Harsh, the guy that built this for me, is going to be doing a complete overview on how to use it, what it's like, how he uses it, how he makes money with it, and then how to do it. It's free for the public. If you want to come in and see if this is something you're interested in, go to my free Discord, link in the bio, and he's going to do it on stage. There'll be announcements in there. There'll be an announcement in there. So just join my free Discord, and then you can come watch and learn about the usage of this. Let's see. Scrolling down, see what else you guys got. Yeah, Christopher, my upward target for close of day is probably 5,200 in gold. Yeah. I mean, that's... Dave Fig sucks. It's very typical IPO movement. It's going to take years for it to iron out. You can see it is turning a little bit after this last earnings report, and I've said this before, that this was all... you can't see it on Instagram. This was all hype buying, and then it dropped, and it's going to take years for it to get back up in pricing. And it takes a lot of good earnings reports, which it's stacking. It's doing it well. You do have a daily bias flip here. So, and it's at or below IPO. If you believe in this, IPO price was 33. You want a DCA, buying below IPO is good. We didn't set up a free War Room Friday today. Let me stand by while stand by, guys. All right, I just sent a message. It's free Friday. Come trade with me. And you get to trade for free, and you get to trade for free, and y'all get to trade for free. The link will be in my free Discord, guys. I just told him to send it. That's how much I like you guys. See if I can make you some money. Bitcoin. All right, I'm going to do one more, maybe just last ticker, because I got to get out of here early, guys. Let me see. That's not the chart that I want. Let me do it again. Bitcoin. What did is it Binance? Yes, there it is. Okay, so what did I tell you yesterday? I talked about Bitcoin, and I said this run-up was a bull trap. I said it will not last, and look what's happened. It's almost giving it all the way back. Do not buy Bitcoin here. The best buy zone is 59,000 to 60,000, and that's me following my macro experts, one that works for me, and he's extremely good. He has the same education level, and that's where he says the buy zone is. Right? So right now, it's not a buy. All right, guys. So, all right, guys. So we're going to do Free Friday, and tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a free workshop on the use of the matrix so you guys can understand it if you want to add it to your charts. I'm heading out early, guys. Come follow me. Go to my free Discord, and I'll throw up the Zoom link. Have a good weekend, guys. Also, my weekend report comes out tomorrow. Go catch it on YouTube. You guys have a good one.